Hey everyone, what's up? In this tutorial video, we're going to be showing you everything about the Control 1, the new professional lighting interface and controller for the SoundSwitch software. So let's get into it. In this tutorial video, we're going to show you all of the features of the Control 1 and show you how you can get it up and running with the SoundSwitch software. The Control 1 is a dedicated one-to-one mapped controller and professional lighting interface for the SoundSwitch software. It's also compatible with engine lighting powered by SoundSwitch, which runs embedded on the Denon DJ Engine OS hardware. The controller features full RGB lighting feedback, as well as dedicated mapped controls to the SoundSwitch performance mode software. I'll show you through the inputs, the outputs, and all of these features, so let's dive in and show you how to use the controller. The layout of the Control 1 has been designed to match the performance mode features in the SoundSwitch software, and it's been split into 3 sections. The top section of the Control 1 is dedicated to the screen and the main controls. You can switch between USB inputs using the USB switch. You have a play-pause control for controlling the light show's playback, as well as a shift option for switching between shift functions on the controller, a BPM tap option for tapping in the BPM, as well as using this to turn link on and off. And you also have an AUTOLOOP override feature, which will override scripted tracks using this control. The center of the Control 1 has 2 dials for controlling speed and color, and the attributes of the different effects that can be launched underneath. The menu screen allows you to control effects parameters for movement, strobe, and hue, as well as set the position cues for the position overrides. There's a menu item for settings where you can change the DMX settings to USB or to through. And there's also a menu item for info, which shows you the latest firmware version that the Control 1 is running. By pressing the shift control and any of the effects, you can set the effects parameters before launching the effect. This allows you to dial in the parameters of the effect and then launch it using the effects controls. This section, located in the upper middle area of the Control 1, is dedicated to the override effects. The top row of buttons allow you to control movement, strobe, hue color filter, and smoke. On the left-hand side, we have white, black, and UV color overrides, as well as our 9 custom color overrides located in the center of the controller. Holding the Shift button will switch the color overrides to the position override effects, allowing you to spotlight moving heads using position cues. The AUTOLOOP static look and intensity section is located in the lower half of the Control 1 and is used to launch AUTOLOOPs and static looks, with the bank buttons located on the top and a toggle switch between AUTOLOOP and static look mode. In the bottom left-hand corner, the touch strip allows you to control the intensity of the lights and switch between AUTOLOOP intensity and scripted track intensity. You can also use the group buttons to toggle between controlling each one of the control groups and allows you to dial in the intensity for specific groups of fixtures. On the front panel, you can find all of the inputs and outputs of the device, with USB ports for easy handoff between DJs, or for switching between DJ performance systems and a second laptop or computer. The dual USB ports can also be used to switch between a DJ's computer and a house computer running SoundSwitch in standalone mode. The 2 DMX outputs provide full control over 2 DMX universes, while the 2 DMX throughput ports allow you to connect a backup DMX controller or can be used for integration with a house lighting system. For example, you might have the house lighting system connected to the Control 1's throughput ports, and once a SoundSwitch DJ has finished and disconnects from the Control 1, the unit will automatically switch back to the house lighting system, allowing for a more seamless changeover between DJs, and a cleaner integration with lighting systems installed in music venues, bars, or clubs. SoundSwitch and the Control 1 can also be used as a standalone lighting system independent of DJ software. In this use case, you'll be controlling the light show for a DJ as they play with no connection to their DJ performance system. To get started, open SoundSwitch in performance mode, hold Shift, and then press the link button. This will automatically start AUTOLOOPs playing back at 120 BPM. To reset the tempo, simply tap the BPM button to ensure that you have the music in time with the light show. And if you need to bring the light show back into phrase or in time with the downbeat, hold Shift and press the play and pause button. Doing so will reset the phrase of the AUTOLOOP so that you're in time with the music. You can then use the AUTOLOOP's override features and the AUTOLOOP bank button to cycle through different light shows that you've created using AUTOLOOPs in edit mode. You can then change the pad matrix into static look mode and launch different static looks, as well as the color overrides and the effects that you can use in the performance mode system. All of the controls in standalone mode are exactly the same as if you have a DJ software connected. The only difference is that you're using the tap BPM button to stay in time. The Control 1 also allows you to store venue and AUTOLOOP data directly on the device itself. This is helpful if the Control 1 is installed in a bar or club and you have multiple DJs coming in and connecting to the device. They can simply jump into performance mode, select the venue, and they're ready to go, without having to go into edit mode and set up all of the venue and DMX information. To do this, make sure that you have your venue set up in edit mode, and then navigate to the File menu, where you can select to export to Control 1. You'll then be given the option to export a particular venue, and you can choose any one of the venues that you have set up. In this example, I'm going to choose the Gig Bar Move venue, and then I'll select Next. This will automatically override any data that is already stored on the Control 1. So it's important to make sure that you select this option when you're ready to export properly. Once you've exported, you can select Close, and then I'll switch over to Performance mode. And when I select the Performance option, you can see that the Gig Bar Move is now stored with a USB cable icon next to it. This indicates that the Gig Bar Move venue is stored on the Control 1. You can simply select the Gig Bar Move. SoundSwitch will now import that project from the Control 1. You can select Done and jump straight into Performance mode. And now you'll be able to change the colors, use the overrides, as well as all of the AUTOLOOPs that are already set up for that venue. Again, this is really helpful if you want a plug and play experience when installing the Control 1 in a venue, bar or club. Setting up the Control 1 is as simple as connecting the USB port to the USB connection and to your computer, and connecting the DMX output to the output on the back of the controller. If everything is set up correctly, you will see the Control 1 listed in the Hardware tab in the SoundSwitch Preferences. Here you can choose to assign universes 1 and 2 or set the controller to inactive. If you have any questions about the Control 1 or need any help setting it up, please reach out to support@soundswitch.com. You can also join the user group on Facebook or send us a message on Instagram or Facebook Messenger. Thanks, and we'll see you in another video.